My visceral reaction, what I immediately thought of and went to when I saw this infographic, was farming and working outside. More specifically, having dirt underneath my fingernails and that feeling. And I think that was caused because of the soil and the texture of the background for this infographic. This infographic is meant to be educational, so I believe the audience for this is someone who's not involved in agriculture, probably someone high school to and older who would be shopping at the grocery store, and it's mainly just to inform them of what they're putting in their cart and what they're purchasing when they're at the grocery store. For this infographic, what I really appreciate about it is its unity. It uses the same colors and textures throughout the whole thing, so it's very simple. There's nothing that really catches your eye or grabs your attention. It's an easy read and you can understand it, which adds to the simplicity of this infographic. I also really enjoyed that they use the blue and green colors because, as discussed in our readings and the lectures, those are calming colors. So that proves that it's not trying to be like an anti-GMO or pro-GMO infographic that's really trying to persuade you. It's just a nice, calm infographic that you can read over and look at. This infographic also utilizes scale by making some of the images and numbers larger. Like, for example, the number 5 is larger when it's talking about the 5 major crops, and that just kind of catches your eye and draws your attention into that one area. If I could change anything about this infographic, I might reduce some of the wording. There is that big paragraph, and it gets a little wordy for me, and I feel like that would turn some people away because if I see an infographic with that many words on it, I'm probably just going to push it to the side because it's too much reading for me. I also probably would have went with a different background. Like I talked about the soil earlier, it's kind of plain and it's also really dark, which makes it really hard to read some of the stuff. And also, soil doesn't really have anything to do with GMOs. GMOs are the crops. So I might have done like a field, or like I said, this was an educational thing about shopping, so maybe like a shopping center or a cart, I feel like would have been a better background for this infographic. The soil, it does create that rugged farming vibe, but that's not really what they're going for, so I might have changed that. I also might have went with some different contrasts, like some colors that really pop and catch your attention, so that you kind of look more into it, because it does have the blue and green nice calming colors, but those tend to get overlooked. They're not really exciting and they don't make you want to dive in and read the information.